Thank you.
Thank you.
So these are Kayli Tibbs' 10 extra questions about the 60s. And then, okay, and then Nia Lee's just gonna send her own.
Okay.
So, yeah. So first question out of the 10. What was the price of gas back then?
Well, it varied depending on where you were. Where I was in San Fernando Valley, and it fluctuated between 21 cents
Wow.
a gallon, 22 cents, 27 cents, 29 cents. When it got to be 29 cents, I started getting nervous. Where am I going to get all this money to pay for gasoline? 29 cents a gallon.
Number 2. What were the typical clothes people wore in the 60s?
Well, I really didn't pay that much attention to clothes that people were wearing. I usually I had some suits that I wore. I was a professional I was a district director for the Girl Scouts for Los Angeles station in San Fernando Valley. I had to supervise Girl Scouting in the entire San Fernando Valley. And so I was mostly in Girl Scout uniform or in a suit. And then when I taught school at Ventura College, Moore Park, and sometimes at Oxnard, I wore suits, and I hardly ever wore dresses, mostly suits. Now, there was a time when people were wearing miniskirts, but I can't remember which decade that was. Nana can't remember either. But I was not I did not observe fashion very well. I was more into academics and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
uh,
Number 3. What was your opinion on communism back then? Were you scared of becoming blacklisted, or did you know anybody who was blacklisted?
the blacklisting was done in the 50s, wasn't it?
Was that during the 50s?
During McCarthy?
What was your opinion on communism then during the Red Scare?
Well,
Cold War?
because of what I had learned in the Philippines and some experiences I had in the Philippines and some readings that I encountered, I was not in favor of the communist doctrine. I did not hate it, but I did not like the Red Scare. I didn't particularly like the tattletales who tattled on supposed communists who were probably not even communists and caused them the loss of jobs and harassment. But even today, I don't know the extent of communism. I think it's not the doctrine really. It's just like free speech. I mean, can you hate free speech? I'm in favor of free speech. But I would not want to have Nazis talking to me or talking on my campus because of what they did, of what the Nazis did. A doctrine is not harmful. It's what people do on behalf of a doctrine. So I think it's more people's actions that I would protest.
Okay. Number 4. What were your opinions on segregation back then?
Didn't like it. I thought it was unfair. It shouldn't have been done. People are people regardless of their color.
True. Number 5. What was your reaction towards I Have a Dream speech?
Oh, I think it was wonderful. One of the most beautiful speeches ever given.
Did you ever go see it, in person? Or did you just...
Where would I see it? Oh, you mean witness Martin Luther King?
Yeah, like the speech.
No, I probably heard him on television.
Makes sense. Number 6. What was your opinion on the war in Vietnam?
You asked me that already. Oh, yes, darn right. Like I said earlier, the Vietnam War, like I said, on the one hand, I was very patriotic and we, had to support our troops, but I thought it was wrong for us to send our troops over there because what was the reason why we were there? I mean, Lyndon Johnson just reacted because one of our ships got shot accidentally. Well, so they say. Was there any real provocation? There was a containment theory or containment doctrine that was advanced by President Truman. And what that was we had to contain communism we had to prevent communism from spreading from Korea to other countries. And of course, Southeast Asia involves several countries, like Vietnam, North and South, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, the Philippines, and may probably missed a couple there somewhere. The United States was probably thinking in terms of containing communism. But the problem was between the North and the South. And so you had, what was his name? Nguyen Diem became a president. There was Bao Dai, president of South Korea. Ho Chi Minh was president of North Korea. They were fighting. North Korea kept invading South Korea after their release from the French domination. But I still have doubts until today whether our presence, the presence of the United States and the destruction of so many American lives was even necessary.
Number 7. Did you ever see policemen mistreating African Americans in the 60s? If so, what were they doing?
I did not personally see I did not personally see in person police officers mistreating African Americans. I've seen them on television, I've read about them, but I did not personally see in person. I had an unhappy experience with the police of Ventura City, coming home at night from teaching a class, Ventura College, and my mom was with me, and I may have jerked my steering wheel a little bit, so I was reaching for, I don't know, it was the radio, or it's like 10 o'clock at night, or past 10, because my class was from 7 to 10. I was pulled over by a patrol car containing 2 police officers. They asked me to exit my car. I was pretty young then. I looked like, my students thought I was a high school student. Exit my car, scared the heck out of my mom. And they made me go through the, watch my finger sort of thing and walk a straight line, etc. And I told them I cannot possibly walk a straight line because I limp. And they were asking me all these questions and shining a light on me, and I got really mad. And I told them, hey, I'm a professor at Ventura College, and you are bullying me. I'm going to make sure that tomorrow morning, first thing I'm going to do is call your chief and see what they can do about you. And I guess they didn't believe me. But after a while, they let me go. So go ahead. So I called the police chief, and told him my experience, and I was really mad. So he personally came to my office and apologized to me. Yeah. So no, I can say for sure that some police officers can be abusive. See?
Number 8. Who did you vote for in the 60s, Nixon or Kennedy?
I voted for Nixon because I've always been a Republican.
My number 9 question is, why did you vote for who you voted for?
I believe in the Republican philosophy of doing for yourself. I'm conservative in many ways. I'm conservative in financial matters, in personal conduct and behavior, and in self-reliance, rather than relying on government handouts and things like that. But I am liberal in the sense of making treatment of people equal. I believe in taking care, in being good to people and helping out. Those I believe in. But fiscally, I think we should be more attentive to how we spend our funds and not keep bleeding our citizens via taxes.
All right. Number 10.